Beneath the fragrant boughs of the peach blossom grove, Yu Yao discovered the small wooden bird he had left for her. A smile bloomed on her face, her eyes dancing with joy. But her happiness was fleeting. A war report arrived, announcing the clash of their nations. The wooden bird felt heavy in her hand, her smile freezing into an expression of dread. On the dust-choked battlefield, General Ling Chun's advance halted. He saw her atop the city tower, a vision in white against the grim backdrop of war. Their eyes met across the chaos. The roar of battle faded, replaced by a silent, agonizing symphony of heartbreak. After a moment that stretched into an eternity, he raised his sword, its trembling tip pointed toward her. In the heart of the storm, amidst the clash of steel, a silent promise was forged. The general's blade trembled, aimed at the princess he once knew, his hand shaking not from fear, but from a heart torn asunder. With a roar of inner conflict, Ling Chun lowered his sword. His cavalry, a storm of fury, thundered past the lone tower, leaving it untouched in a sea of chaos. From her perch, Princess Yu Yao watched, her disbelief melting into a slow, dawning realization. A single tear, a testament to his unspoken mercy, traced a path down her cheek. That night, the weight of his choice crashed down. His sword slammed onto the table, its polished surface reflecting a solitary, flickering candle flame, a mirror to his tormented soul. Miles away, Yu Yao clutched a small wooden bird, a relic of a time before war. She gazed towards the distant battlefield, her heart a fragile vessel of hope and sorrow, forever bound to the man who chose mercy over conquest. Even in separation, their bond endured, a quiet light in the encroaching darkness. Within the flickering torchlight of the command tent, the air hung thick with betrayal. The old general, his face a mask of cold fury, slammed a weathered map onto the table. "You spared the tower, Ling Chun. An act of treason," he bellowed, his finger jabbing at the marked parchment. Ling Chun stood silent, his jaw clenched, enduring the storm of accusations with defiant stillness. Miles away, Princess Yu Yao's hands trembled as she read the secret scroll detailing Ling Chun's grim fate. As rain streaked down her window pane, her reflection mirrored a dawning, fierce resolve. She donned a heavy cloak, its dark fabric swallowing the light, and fastened the clasp with purpose. Clutching the small wooden bird he had once given her, she tucked it safely away. The chamber door swung open, revealing a raging storm. Without hesitation, her cloaked figure stepped out, disappearing into the tempestuous night on a perilous mission to clear his name. Through the storm, she came for him. The wind howled and the rain poured, but Princess Yu Yao pressed on. Her cloak was soaked, her face was weary, but her resolve was unbreakable. Deep within a military camp, the disgraced General Ling Chun sat defeated. Stripped of his honor and confined to a lonely tent, he saw no hope. The flickering lantern light cast long, dancing shadows, mirroring the turmoil in his heart. Under the cover of a lightning flash, Yu Yao slipped past the sentries. She moved like a phantom between the tents, her destination clear. Silently, she pulled back the tent flap. Ling Chun's eyes widened in disbelief. As she lowered her hood, their gazes locked. She took a step forward, revealing the small wooden bird in her hand, a promise from their past. Just then, a guard's shout echoed from outside. As the guard's shout echoed through the camp, Ling Chun moved in a flash, pulling Yu Yao behind a stack of armor just as the tent flap was flung open. A lantern's light cut through the gloom, its shifting shadows dancing across Ling Chun's calm, authoritative face. With a sharp command, he dismissed the soldier, whose suspicion melted into obedience before he retreated. From the darkness, Yu Yao emerged, pressing a rolled map into Ling Chun's hand. He unrolled it, revealing a secret path to freedom. No words were needed. A look of complete trust passed between them. They slipped out into the foggy night, a thrown stone creating the perfect diversion. Moving from shadow to shadow, they ran through the sleeping camp. Finally, breaking free into the wild forest, they paused on a small hill. The sun began to rise as Ling Chun gently took Yu Yao's hand. She opened her palm, revealing the small wooden bird. He closed his hand over hers, and together, they turned from their past and ran towards the sunrise, two small figures embarking on a new life. The first rays of dawn pierced the canopy, dappling the forest floor in gold. Kneeling by a clear stream, Yu Yao smiled, the cool water a baptism into freedom. Ling Chun stood watch nearby, his warrior's tension melting away as peace settled over him. That night, in a forgotten hut, the firelight danced as Yu Yao studied the wooden bird. Ling Chun took it gently, his knife flashing. Beside the first, he carved a second, smaller bird, a silent promise etched in wood. The fragile piece shattered the next day. As they crossed a meadow, the shadow of a hawk fell upon them. Ling Chun's hand flew to his sword, his face a mask of returning dread. He pulled her behind a rocky outcrop, his eyes scanning the horizon. On a distant ridge, a lone rider materialized, a dark silhouette against the sky. The hunter. He raised a hand, and more riders appeared, their leader pointing directly at their hiding place. They were found. The frantic chase ended here. Ling Chun spotted the narrow ravine, a dead log balanced precariously above. He grabbed Yu Yao's hand, pointing, and she understood. They scrambled up the steep incline beside the pass. Below, the thunder of hooves echoed. Reaching the log, they wedged a thick branch underneath it, their hands digging into the dirt. As the riders entered the ravine, Ling Chun nodded. They threw their weight onto the lava. The log groaned, tipped, and crashed down in a shower of dust and splinters, blocking the path. In the chaos, they made their escape. From a distance, they watched the dust settle. The hunter emerged, his eyes cold with fury. The hunt was not over. In the heart of the murky swamp, animated mist swirled around them as they struggled through thick mud and tangled roots. Suddenly, Yu Yao stumbled, plunging into the cold water. Ling Chun immediately pulled her out onto a small patch of solid ground. They collapsed under a large weeping willow, Yu Yao shivering uncontrollably. Ling Chun removed his worn cloak and wrapped it tightly around her, brushing a wet strand of hair from her face as their eyes met. Yu Yao's trembling hand revealed a mud-smudged wooden bird. Ling Chun gently wiped it clean, restoring the image of two birds before pressing it back into her palm. A mountain monastery emerged from the mist, a beacon of sanctuary. As they started towards it, the hunter's boot pressed into their fresh track, a cold smile forming as he looked at the monastery, knowing he had them cornered. With a groan of ancient wood, the heavy monastery doors swing inward. A cold wind sweeps across the vast, empty courtyard, kicking up dust and dead leaves. The silence that greets Ling Chun and Yu Yao is heavy and unsettling. An old abbot emerges from the shadows, his smile a beacon of peace. He offers them shelter from the biting wind, a place by the fire, and warm tea. As he pours, a glint of metal catches the lighter ring on his hand, etched with the very same insignia seen on the hunter's armor. Ling Chun's eyes narrow. He knows this is no coincidence. It is a monk's duty to bring lost things home, the abbot says, his gaze fixed on Yu Yao. Ling Chun rises slowly, his hand instinctively going to his sword as he gently pushes her behind him. Suddenly, the great doors slammed shut with a thunderous boom. Monks cast off their robes, revealing the gleam of imperial armor beneath. From behind a statue, the hunter emerges, his face a mask of cold triumph. The camera circles the pair, now back to back and surrounded. The hunter's voice cuts through the silence. "There is nowhere left to run, Your Highness." The unnerving silence of the monastery was broken only by the sharp, echoing slam of a distant shutter, a sudden gust of wind announcing their arrival. Inside, the abbot greeted them with a placid smile that never reached his eyes. As he offered tea, his voice was a soft murmur. "It is a monk's duty to bring lost things home." The instant the words left his lips, the great doors boomed shut, sealing them in. Confusion flared in Yu Yao's eyes, quickly replaced by horror. Ling Chun's face hardened with the certainty of betrayal as he shoved her behind him. The sound of shedding robes and drawing steel filled the hall as armored figures surrounded them. The hunter emerged from the shadows. Moving back to back, her hand clenched the back of his tunic. His own covered it for a fleeting, reassuring moment before he drew his sword. The hunter's voice cut through the tension, his eyes fixed on her. "There is nowhere left to run, Your Highness." The darkness gave way to open air. Ling Chun and Yu Yao tumbled from the secret passage, their ragged breaths loud against the sudden whistling wind on the narrow cliffside ledge. For a fleeting moment, relief. They met each other's eyes, a weak, trembling smile gracing Yu Yao's lips. They were alive. But as the view unfolded, so did a new terror, a vast, yawning canyon and a path no wider than a breath. A single, mournful horn blast echoed from the distance, not from the monastery, but from down the river. They froze, dread creeping in. Then another horn answered from across the canyon, followed by a third. It was a coordinated signal. They were seen. Yu Yao's eyes widened in horror. This wasn't a pursuit, it was a hunt. Far below, signal fires began to ignite along the canyon rims, tiny points of light in the growing dusk. They hadn't escaped. They had just entered a much larger cage.